When we first moved here, there were 3 established Grevilleas around the yard. Grevillea honeygem and 2 Grevillea moonlight. And we were thrilled by all the birds that would come to feast at the flowers. There were so many different types of honey eaters, and it was such a pleasure to watch the birds enjoying the flowers. And it sparked in me a desire for a Grevillea garden, a garden that would welcome many, many birds all around our yard. At the time, my vegetable garden was starting down at the base of the slope around the yard. And so we created a path between the vegetable garden and what would be the Grevillea garden. I marked it out with bricks so we could see the concept, and then we mowed where the paths might go. And slowly I've been collecting Grevilleas from various locations, learning about others that I might like to collect in the future. I've now measured out where all the Grevilleas are going to go. My mower man has requested access through here, so I'm aiming to leave a 2-metre gap here beside the house. But around the perimeter of the yard, I have arranged 6 main feature Grevilleas. They go in a rainbow of colours. You can probably see my bucket cap here. That'll be the purple, Dorothy Gordon. The path here, this will be Sylvia. And there's going to be a path here to lead down to that second contour. For the white, I'm going to have moonlight here. That's yellow bush lemons. This one is orange, and it's going to be blood orange. Round here to the red, beadliana, and of course the slope beyond that will be loaded up with Grevilleas, leading around from the red to the orange, to the yellow, to the white, to the pink, to the purple. And I'm very excited about the possibilities. When you're planning a garden, there's a lot to consider. Yes, you consider what plants you actually want to put in the garden. You also need to consider what's beyond the garden. My dream of Grevilleas all around the perimeter of this yard area will involve Grevilleas of all shapes and sizes. Now, down this slope, the maximum height that we can plant and still see over the top of it at the bottom of the garden will be 1.8 metre high plant. So we can still see some of the trees here that are growing in the gully. Around here, because there's just a group of trees here and less clear different strata, we could plant something as high as 2.7 down there near the septic tank at the back, because it will still be below the height of the trees in the gully. So around here, we've got a maximum of 1.8, maybe 2 metres, which is going to mean there's some I have to take out of my dream list. Sitting on the patio here, not real keen on seeing the house roofs, so we're okay with the Grevillea that blocks that out. We want to see the dam, which is our dam, so ideally we'll have plants that grow above that height. Over here, it'd be lovely to have plants that grow that allow us to watch the goats in the paddock across the road. I'll show you the plants that I've already bought. So moving from red round to purple, I've got Scarlet Sprite going here. Super Duper here, Fireworks, and Liliane. Now all of these are going to be 1 metre maximum height, and that's okay because we can see over the top of them. Now Blood Orange is my feature orange plant. It's going to grow tall. I believe it's a maybe 4 metre plant. Having the occasional feature plant pop up is okay because it kind of frames it between the tall ones at that end and then shorter ones. Apricot Tingle, which is a ground cover. I'm going to have a pathway here. I guess I plant these and then work out the rest as we go and be very thankful that Grevilleas like being pruned. Good morning. This morning I'd like to show you my progress on my Grevillea garden. This is Apricot Tingle. She's a ground cover. She's had some flowers already and they look like they're all done for the season. This is Orange Marmalade. She'll get to about 3 metres round and 3 metres high. Very different leaf from the other. This is Blood Orange. Very bluey green leaves. I had to transplant her. She's looking a little bit sad, but I think she's going to be okay. This is Liliane. I think that's how you say her name. She's got some lovely little flowers coming on. This is Super Duper. She's got a lovely big flower spike. This is Firecracker. Has a lovely red-yellow flower. This is New Blood, a ground cover. It's spread about 1.5 metres. This is Mini Marvel, also a ground cover. Look at those beautiful little flowers, so delicate. This is Scarlet Sprite, covered with this morning's mulching. Scarlet Sprite's going to be 1 metre high. Over here we have Beadleana. Beadleana's got a deep crimson red flower. She came to me from New South Wales. She'll grow to about 2.5 metres tall. This is Grevillea raptor. Grevillea raptor is a ground cover that'll spread to 2 metre circle, so it'll come out nicely underneath the canopy of Grevillea Beadleana. This down here is Grevillea robusta, silky oak. The silky oak is a very strong rootstock, and I have transplanted it here to be the rootstock for Grevillea fanfare, a ground cover that I've seen as a standard, and so that will be grafted on top of this robusta as soon as I can be sure that she's going to live. No use grafting a standard on it to have the rootstock die. So I have been undertaking the huge job of chipping out the grass and heavily mulching it. It's a big job, little by little. And being winter helps because I come out here and I chip until I overheat, and then I go and get some grass to place on it. So that's the start of my Grevillea garden. I just love the way the leaves are all so different. It's all so individual. The creator puts such care into doing different things. I mean, you look at blood orange here. It's a very wide branched, I don't know all the technical terms, but very deeply lobed, very fine leaves. And you look here at orange marmalade and the leaves are not lobed at all. And then you look here at liane and the leaves are actually quite narrow. And then remembering the deep lobes of blood orange, compare that with these stronger deep lobes on super duper. Have a look at these very strongly lobed Beadleana. These are really strong, tough, thick leaves. The diversity, uniqueness of everything is just stunning, and it's part of why I love gardening. It's just such a thrill to be able to play my part in taking care of creation.